you'll find that it's not as simple as example 1. Because in example 1, we had a y, just a y. But now if you look, you got 2x and you got 3y. So when I take the first one and put it in the second one, there's going to be a fraction. That is why it is better not to do this by substituting one equation to the other. It's better to do an example like this by multiplying both, like making this 6y, making this 6y and adding it. It's not good, but I'm just going to show it to you since it's here. So it's nice to substitute one equation into another if you've got like example 1. But if you've got like example 2, it's better to multiply that by 2, better to multiply this by 3 and then subtract them. But let's suppose you want to do it the substitution way. Then you will take number 1, 2x plus 3y is equal to 16. And you have to make a choice which one you want to make the subject. Now here you got 2x and here you got 3y. It's better to deal with 2x. So you'll say, alright, 2x is equal to 16 minus 3x. See, 16 minus 3y. The 3y went on that side. But this is 2x. You can't put it like this. You must have x. So x is equal to 16 minus 3y all over 2. So x is equal to, now you divide the 16 by 2, you'll get 8. You divide the minus 3 by 2, you got minus 3 over 2y. So x is actually 8 minus 1 comma 5. If you put that in a calculator, 3 over 2, you'll get 1 comma 5. 8. So x is equal to 8 minus 1 comma 5y. And that's what you'll put in number 2. Now what I'm going to do, I'll need extra space. So I'm going to work here, and then I'm going to go there. So let's write number 2 down. So number 2 is 3x plus 2y is equal to 14. So that's what I must put where there is x. So it will be 3 into 8 minus 1 comma 5 y plus 2y is equal to 14. And then 3 times 8 will give you 24. 3 times minus 1 comma 5 will give you minus 4 comma 5y plus 2y is equal to 14. And then you take the y's and simplify that first. So minus 4 comma 5 and plus 2 will give you minus 2 comma 5y is equal to. And then you got your 14 here. Take this 24 on that side, you get minus 24. So you'll have minus 2 comma 5y is equal to 14 minus 24 will give you minus 10. So y is equal to minus 10 divided by minus 2 comma 5. Right? Just use your calculator to help you. And when you divide a minus by minus, you get plus, and 10 divided by 2 comma 5 will give you 4. So you found that y is 4. Now you know that y is 4. So you go and put this into number 1. So what you're going to do now, put y equal to 4 into number 1. So what was number 1? 2x plus 3y is equal to 16. And y is 4. So 2x plus 3 times 4 is equal to 16. 2x plus 12 is equal to 16. 2x is equal to 16 minus 12. 2x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4 over 2. X is equal to 2. So you have solved the equation y is 4 and x is 2. So you see, you have to deal with a fraction over here and continue with that. So it still works, but the good thing about this method is that it works for all equations. When you get some very complicated equations later on, this method still works. Never mind it's a little hard, never mind it's a little longer, but it's a good method because it will solve a lot of problems for you. Alright, So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little exercise with just 2 examples on it, which you can try and solve using this method where you substitute one equation into the other. Alright, so I'm going to leave this on the board for a few seconds so that you can read them again from top to down. So I'm just going to leave it here for a few seconds. Then 2x plus 3y is equal to 24. Number 2, 2x plus y is equal to 11. 2x plus 3y is equal to 21. And number 3, 2x plus 5y is equal to 19, 1, 9. 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. Alright, so what you do now is you stop the DVD, work these examples out, and then come back and I'll work them out for you to mark your work. Alright, have some fun. Right, so now we're providing you with the solutions to exercise 3. So there's your first equation if you want to solve it. Now what we want to do is we want to use the method of taking the first equation and putting it in the second. So we take the first equation and write it down. So x plus y is equal to 10. Now this is a very easy example. So the choice is I can leave x here or I can leave y. Choice is mine or choice is yours. Let's say we say, right, let's leave x here and take y that side. So x will be here, there's your 10, and when you take y that side it becomes minus y. So x is equal to 10 minus y, and that's what you're going to put in number 2. So that's number 1, that's number 2. So you see, you wrote number 1 down, you decided to leave x here. In other words, you decided to make x the subject of the formula. We talk about subject of the formula, which that's using big words, but simply you wanted x here. So take the y across. Now you can put that in number 2. So let's write number 2 down. 2x plus 3y is equal to 24. Sometimes you just make this little mark so that you don't get confused. Now, where there is x, you must write 10 minus y. So 2 times 10 minus y plus 3y is equal to 24. Now you got a bracket here and you must remove brackets. If you don't know what I mean by remove brackets, please check the DVD on removal of brackets. But basically it means multiply. 2 times 10, 20. 2 times minus y, minus 2y, plus 3y is equal to 24. Now simplify that. 2y plus 3y will give you y. Now this 20 has got to go on that side. So there's your 24. I can leave the 24 just like that. Take this 20 that side, it becomes minus 20. So y is equal to 24 minus 20, which is 4. Now you've got the value for y. Put in number 1. Choice is yours. You can put in 1 or you can put in 2. Now, x plus y is equal to 10. That's number 1. And we know that y is 4. So x plus 4. You see, I put the 4 where there is y. X plus 4 is equal to 10. X is equal to 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. So x is equal to 6. So we have solved this equation by substituting the first equation into the second one. Alright. So this is a method that can work for lots and lots of equations. Later on, when you get one linear, one quadratic the same method is going to work. But when we come there, we'll talk about it. So this is a method where you're taking one equation and putting it in another. Alright, we'll move on to number 2. Here we have number 2. 2x plus y is equal to 11. 2x plus 3y is equal to 21. We want to substitute one equation into the other. So you always look for the easier equation. Obviously the first one is easier. So I take the first one and I write it down. And then I make y the subject of the formula. See, you've got to be wise. Do an easy thing, which means make y the subject of the formula. So y is equal to 11 minus 2x. And that's what we're going to put in 2. So, what is 2? 2x plus 3y is equal to 21. That's number 2. Where there's y, I'm going to put 11 minus 2x. So there's your 2x plus 3 into 11 minus 2x. See, where there was y, I write 11 minus 2x is equal to 21. Now remove bracket. 2x plus 33. 3 times 11, 33. Plus 3 times minus 2 will give you minus 6x is equal to 21. Simplify the x's. 2x and minus 6x will give you minus 4x. The 33 will go on the other side. So you've got 21 minus 33. Now, 21 minus 33, if you've got a problem, put it in your calculator. But basically the answer is minus 12. See? The difference between these two is 12. And the sign of the greater number is minus. Or, I have 21, I owe 33. That means I'll still be owing 12. But you don't know all that, just put it in your calculator. And so x is equal to minus 12 divided by minus 4, x is equal to 3. And you put this now in equation 1. So equation 1 is 2x plus y is equal to 11. So x is 3. So 2 times 3 plus y is equal to 11. So 6 plus y is equal to 11. Y is equal to 11 minus 6. Y is equal to 5. So the final answer here is y is equal to 5. So x is 3, y is 5. Once again, I'm going to let this run for a few seconds so that you can see it and you can then learn the method and also mark your work and check if you have made a mistake. Find your mistake. If you didn't make a mistake, it's fantastic. Well done. Right, here we have number 3. 2x plus 5y is equal to 19. 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. Now, whether you look at number 1 or number 2, it's almost the same. So you've got to make a choice now, which equation you're going to put into which. Well, if I take number 1 and put it in number 2, it'll be fine, and maybe I'll work with x. If I decide to take 2 and put it in 1, then maybe I'll work with y. So I've got two choices. But what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 in 2. So I'll take number 1 and write it down. And now I'm going to make x the subject of the formula. Or, in other words, I'm going to solve for x. So I got 2x is equal to 19 minus 5y. Then x is equal to 19 minus 5y, all divided by 2. So x is equal to 19 divided by 2, which is actually 9, 5, minus 2 divided into 5, 2, 5y. So x is equal to 9, 5 minus 2, 5y. You can do this, or you can keep it like that, whichever way you like. And so this is what we're going to put in equation 2. So I'm going to put in equation 2 on the other side. So equation 2 is 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. But x is equal to 9 minus 5 minus 2 comma 5y. Now don't get frightened about all these fractions. Just get the calculator to help you. So it will be 3 into 9 comma 5 minus 2 comma 5y plus 2y is equal to 12. And then 3 times 9 comma 5, 3 9 is 27, 28 comma 5 minus 7 comma 5. You put in the calculator 3 times 9 comma 5, you'll get 28 comma 5. 3 times 2 comma 5, 3 times minus 2 comma 5 will give you minus 7 comma 5. Plus 2y is equal to 12. And then simplify this, you will get minus 5 comma 5y is equal to, see, it's minus 7 comma 5 plus 2 will give you minus 5 comma 5y. And on this side you got 12 minus 28 comma 5. So y minus 5 comma 5y is equal to 28 comma 5 minus 12 will give you minus 26 comma 5. So y is equal to minus 26 comma 5 divided by minus 5 comma 5. Now take that and put it in the calculator. All right. Right. Now, very important is that you must check your work as you go along. You must check. Now there's a mistake I have made over here. Right. You see 12 minus 28 comma 5 won't give you 26, it will give you 16. So it's very important for you to check your work. So this is actually 16 minus, right. So now you're dividing minus 16 comma 5 by minus 5 comma 5. You plug that into your calculator and you will get y is equal to 3. And what you're going to do? You're going to put in 1. Right. So very important thing came up in this question is you must check your work, all right? So I had made a little mistake over there. So you see, even I can make a mistake. So if you make mistakes and you have to redo the example, no problem. You're just going to learn. That's the meaning of learning from your mistakes. Right. But remember, in life, you should be making new mistakes, not the same mistake 100 times. So if you want to learn from your mistakes, if you made this mistake, it should be only happening once. Then if you make another mistake, it should be a different mistake. Alright, anyway, check your work. So that's how you get 3. Now we go back to number 1. And number 1 is 2x plus 5y is equal to 19. So y is 3. So 2x plus 5 times 3 is 19. 2x plus 15 is 19. So 2x is equal to, take the 15 on that side, 19 minus 15, 2x is equal to 4, x is equal to 4, divided by 2, x is equal to 2. Alright, so your final answer, y is equal to 3 and x is equal to 2. So, don't get threatened by the fractions, take it easy and move them along. Get your calculator to help you, and if you have made a mistake, just double check your work always. You'll find your mistake, correct your work and proceed. Alright, so that was example 3, and once again I'm going to let it roll for a few seconds so that you can go through the whole example slowly and mark your work and clarify any doubts that you have. So I'm going to let it run for a while. Now, simultaneous equations like this like x plus y is equal to 5 and 2x plus y. These can also be solved by drawing graphs. So later on, you will learn how to find these answers by drawing graphs. You see, you'll draw the graph of that one, and you draw the graph of this one, and where the two graphs will intersect. Well, when you're actually going to do it, I'm just doing a rough sketch. When you draw the graph of this one, y is equal to x plus 5, it will go something like that. And when you do the graph of this one, y is equal to 2x plus 7. So this is 5, and this one will go through 7, so it will also go something like that. It's a rough sketch, and you'll find that you will get the answers. So what was our previous answer, if I remember right? So you'll get your x value here, and you'll get your y value here. So this one will get 2, and you'll get 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 to 4 plus 3 is 7. So, but don't worry about this now. We're not learning this method right now. But I'm just saying to you that, look, simultaneous equations like this can also be solved by using graphs. And remember, you have to draw accurate graphs. If you want to get the answer, you'll have to draw accurate graphs. So I haven't drawn an accurate graph. I've just drawn a rough sketch because I know the answer. I'm giving it to you, but basically this is how it's going to be done, and you're going to learn this little later after we do graphs. So to end this section, we can say that, look, simultaneous equations like this can be solved in two ways. You can solve by taking one equation, putting it in the other, or by adding, or by subtracting, or by multiplying one and then adding it to the other one. Or you can solve them by using graphs, which you shall learn little later. Alright, so that brings us to the end of simultaneous equations. Now remember, I'm only doing the basics with you, and when you want to do more, you've got to pick up a textbook and find more examples, try them out, and if there's a problem, talk to me, or talk to your teacher, or talk to your friend who knows a little bit of maths. Thank you. That is the end.